Let me get where I've been trying to get all night long. The man that was sick took up his bed and he walked. And then he came into contact with a bunch of people that thought they knew the Bible. And this is the question that they asked him. Who told you to pick up your bed and walk? Have you ever accomplished something and then were confronted with those that think they know you? We're confronted with those that think they know what's best for you. We're confronted with those that think they know better than you. And what little success you were able to attain, they said, what makes you think you deserve that? Come on, have you ever been sick and God instantly delivered you? Boom, just like that. And the first thing your mind said, but you were sinning last week. You don't deserve to be healed. Come on, you go to the altar and the power of God is so strong and heavy on you, and conviction is just, and you cry out before God for forgiveness, and you walk away saved and delivered and free, and as soon as you walk back to your seat, it wasn't real. Who told you to pick up your bed? What makes you think you're good enough to get healed on the Sabbath day, on God's day? You ain't that important to where you can get some healing on the Sabbath day. Take your bad self and go back to where you came from, because you don't deserve to be healed. You don't need to be healed. You don't need to be free. You don't need to be successful. You don't deserve an education. You don't deserve a good family. You don't deserve a happy life. You don't deserve a peaceful home. Who told you to pick up your bed? In the United States, there was a situation called the Civil War. The Civil War was probably the worst thing that happened to the United States because it literally tore the nation apart. To this day, the effects and laws and things that happened in the Civil War affect our society, affect our culture. The Emancipation Proclamation was issued in 1863. Make sure I'm right so no one comes back and says, nah, you wasn't talking right. 1863, Abraham Lincoln issues the Emancipation Proclamation saying that all those that are in bondage are now free. War's over. It takes 2 years for the news of this message to get to the bottom of Texas. So on June 19th, 1865, those in Texas got the news that a war we've been fighting for 2 years has been over for 2 years. That a condition that I've been dealing with for the last 2 years, for most of them their whole life, has been over for 2 years. You telling me I'm free? No, I'm telling you, you've been free. Listen. So can you imagine the slave family that just found out that they were free? And they go home and they pick up their stuff and they're walking out. And then they're approached by the person that doesn't know the message that everybody else knows, and they're walking and they see this family and they're trying to figure out, what are these people doing walking by them? Who told you to take up your bed and walk? Who told you to go over here? You're supposed to be over there. Who told you you were free? You're not free. You're a slave. You were born a slave. You will live a slave. You will die a slave. Who told you you were free? Now I know someone tonight has felt that way whenever they were trying to receive their healing, whenever they were trying to receive a promotion. Who told you you were good enough for a promotion? Who told you you were good enough to be healed? Who told you you were good enough to be set free? Who told you you were good enough to have a good marriage? Do you know where you came from? Do you know how you used to treat people? What makes you think all of a sudden now because you got Jesus, you good enough for a good marriage? Don't you know all the hell you drove everybody else through? You should be going through some hell yourself. Who told you you could be free? You getting it? Who told you to pick up your bed and walk? And can you just see that family sitting there? And yeah, it stinks that someone would say something like that, because that's hurtful words. And it stinks that you would have to deal with those thoughts, because that doesn't feel very good. Yeah. But how many of you know, like I know, if you got a copy of that Emancipation Proclamation, yeah. Who told me I was free? The one that makes the rules. Deuce. Come on, listen to me. Who told you you were free? Who told you you were good enough to be healed? Who told you that, yeah, you've messed up, and yeah, you've made some mistakes, but it's not my righteousness that gets me nothing. It's his righteousness that gets me everything. So don't tell me I'm not good enough to be healed. Don't tell me I'm not good enough to have a good job. Don't tell me I'm not good enough for that promotion, because he who the Son sets free is free. Indeed. If God be for me, then who can be against me? Amen. When the Word of God gets on the inside of you, that Word connects with your system. And once you take that Word and you meditate on that Word day and night, once you take that Word and allow that Word to become part of who you are, then whenever someone comes up to you and they see the Word working in your life, and it makes them mad, because how many of you know hurting people like other people to be hurting too, because it makes them feel like they're normal. Angry people want other people to be angry. Why? Because it makes them feel like they're normal. I don't got a problem. You got a problem. Who told you to pick up your bed and walk? Jesus went and he paid a hefty price that he didn't have to pay, that he wanted to pay. Jesus came and gave his all for you, for me. So who told me to pick up my bed and walk? Who told me I was set free? Stand to your feet. Right now, if in your life you have dealt with the issue of condemnation, right now in your life, if you have dealt with the issue of I'm not good enough to receive my healing, I'm not good enough to get that promotion, I'm not good enough to get that new job, I'm not good enough to have that family, I'm not good enough, you fill in the blank with whatever it is. If that's something you've ever dealt with at any time, with your permission, Pastor, come to the altar right now. Come on. Come on. Come on. If you've dealt with this in any area, in any form, in any shape, in any fashion, who told you to be free? Some people came to church and they got saved and they went home just for someone to tell them, you're not really saved. You're just doing something different because you want me to change. I came with an assignment tonight to kick the devil out of the devil, because the Spirit of God is tired of seeing his people walk around sick and defeated because they never made the switch in their mind. He paid a great price for you to be free. Who told you to pick up your bed and walk? Who's the one that walked up to you and said, if you want to be healed, boom, take it? That was Jesus, and it was for you. Somebody say that. It was for me. Come on, say it again like you mean it. It was for me. Right now, if there's sickness in your body, receive your healing. That healing is for you. Receive it. Jesus said, do you want to be well? If you want to be well, say yes. Take it. If you need peace, and you didn't think peace was for you, right now, peace is for you. Some of you have never made the decision to invite Jesus into your heart because you're saying, I don't know if that's for me. It's for you. Oh, what a wonderful, mighty God we serve. Hey, Chris, give me that chorus of Healer. I believe you're my healer. Come on, somebody sing. I believe you are all I. Come on, if you need healing in your body, you need forgiveness, you need peace, you need confidence, sing, I believe you're my portion. I believe you're more than enough for me. Jesus, you're all. Jesus, you're all